Well, hello. I wanted to make a video because I've been getting a lot of new subscribers. So thank you for subscribing to me. I appreciate it. I am just so, I guess, honored that people enjoy my videos and are interested in what I have to say. One thing that I've noticed is that a lot of my new subscribers are newbies or people who, just big chopped or haven't chopped their hair off yet and they're transitioning. And so some of the things that I thought I would talk about today, actually I think this might be a two-part video, but the first part I wanted to talk about are some things that you might want to invest in when you're just starting out on your natural hair journey. I know you guys probably watch tons of videos, so I don't want to be presumptuous like you don't already know this, but maybe some of you don't or haven't thought of some of these things. And so I just wanted to share some things that I learned when I was first newly natural that I thought might help you guys. I want to say one of the biggest pieces of advice I got when I was natural was to come up with a list. Come up with a prioritized list of things that you want to do with your hair. Because one of the things that happens, my phone always rings when I'm making a video, but one of the things that always happens is that when you're newly natural, you become a product junkie. And why do you become a product junkie? Because you're experimenting with your hair and you want to try new things with your hair and you want to see, how are you going to get moisture? How are you going to get curl definition? Or how are you going to make your hair shine? Or, how are you going to make it grow? And, all that takes time to learn, and it sometimes gets overwhelming. I know for me it did. It seemed like I was trying a new product every 3 days, and I couldn't tell if my hair was dry today because of the product I used yesterday, or if it was shiny today because of something I used today, or something I used 3 days ago, because I was using something different all the time, and I was buying new products all the time. So when I got this advice to make this list, I was like, bing, bing, light bulb moment. That makes sense. And basically, the advice was make a list of the things that you want to do with your hair. Do you want moisture? Or of course you want moisture. Of course you want shine or sheen or whatever you have. You want curl definition, or you want to grow it. And make yourself a list and then try to attack one item on your list at a time. So for instance, if you're going to go through 3 products in the span of a month, go through 3 products that are all contributing to trying to figure out how to put moisture in your hair. So that maybe if for a week you use one product, you can tell, my hair's kind of dry this week, and it's not really combating with, anything else. So you can tell, okay, well, this isn't working for me this week. The next week, maybe you try, something new, and maybe that week your hair will feel moisturized. And once you have, moisture down, once you've figured out, okay, how does my hair get moisturized, then you can, kind of check that off. And then move to, okay, now I want to see how my hair, how I can make my hair have a better sheen, or how I can define my curls a little bit better. And then start getting products that are specifically about, defining curls or whatever. Anyway, for me, that was a lifesaver. The other advice I got, or sort of light bulb moment I had when I was natural, was I had a real problem with my sides. My sides are very fine, and they're a different texture from the top of my hair and even from the back of my hair. And so I was having a hard time figuring out how to manage them, because at night I would sleep on them and they would get smushed up on the side of my head. And then when I rinsed them out in the morning, because I did wash and goes every day, I'd have to put extra conditioner in here, and I'd have to do extra stuff, and I could feel there were knots in them all the time, and I was having to trim them because they were getting knots. And I got this technique with the help of Cynthia RF and Lisa Akbari, Dr. Lisa Akbari. You can find her videos on YouTube, to twist my sides up at night. They were much shorter than this, but basically the concept is I twisted them, and it's Dr. Akbari's curly fro method. I twisted them until they were twisted, and then I tucked them in like that. And I would do that every night. I would have about 3 or 4 on each side. And then when I got up in the morning, I would untwist them and then rinse my hair down. And it essentially alleviated the knots. I mean, the issues that I had been having with my sides, with moisture retention and knots and all of that, was gone after that. So that's another tip that really helped me. The other thing is you'll want to invest in a satin or silk bonnet. When I was newly natural, I wore this every night. Not very sexy. I've since invested in satin pillowcases, but you know, if you need to do something, either do the satin bonnet or silk bonnet, or a satin or silk pillowcase. Let's see. Other things that you would want to invest in would be like a dim-in brush. This is really great for detangling. I didn't have a dim-in brush for probably about a good 6 months. I had a fake dim-in brush by Goody, which worked just as well. Although the teeth didn't really hold up. Like this one's nice and straight. The teeth on the Goody got kind of like jacked up. So it's not as high quality, but it'll work. It does the same job. Just won't last as long, I guess. And these are great for detangling. Anytime you see these in the drugstore, pick them up. They're usually 6 for $5. And these are great for just giving your hair like a different look, or pulling your hair back in a puff. Also for a different look. I was always buying headbands. Another investment you might want to make is in a diffuser. This diffuser came with this dryer, but I know you can buy diffusers separately, but you just want to make sure that the nozzle, or the thing on the end, will fit the blow dryer that you have, because even though you might be opposed to heat or whatever, there's going to come a time when you're not going to want your hair to be sopping wet, and you don't want to have to blow it with direct heat with the blow dryer. So always having the ability to use a diffuser when you need to is a good thing. And what else did I want to talk about? I think it's going to be a 2-part video, so for right now, that's it. But I just wanted to give some words of advice that I got when I was newly natural that really, really helped me, and I hope that it helps someone. Ciao.